Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we are going to make the multiple life bar system for the enemy AI. So let's get started. In many games, multiple life bar system is considered very common in a game. Let's take this for example. As for this part, you can see the number of the life bar is 5. So when I attack and apply damage on the enemy, its life bar will be decreased until the number is changed from 5 to 4, just like this. This means that one of its life bar is gone and it has 4 remaining life bars. In some games, when the enemy has only 1 remaining life bar, the color of that life bar will be different, just like this. So let's say that I apply damage on this enemy AI. As you can see that the life bar is decreased and the background of the life bar is gray. So if I keep attacking it, and now you can see that the 10 has changed to 9 and means that it has 9 life bar. So if I keep attack again, the life bar has changed to white, the background. So if I keep attacking, and it has 8 life bars, and then the color of the life bar is white, background is gray. Okay, so as you can see is that my current life bar is 2 now. So and the color of the life bar is gray. So as I just now the example that I've shown you just now. So the last light bar it should be the color of the light bar it should be something different compared with the other light bar like white and gray, which is I set it over here. So if I apply damage on this enemy AI, and you can see that the color of the background of the light bar is a bit different now, because since it's about to reach to the last life bar, and which is if I attack again, it has 1 life bar now. So if I attack again, as you can see that the background of the life bar is transparent. So if I keep attacking again, and the number has changed to 0, so that means it has no life bar. Let's start from creating applying damage system to the enemy AI. So to start with, we will just go to here and then find BP third person characters over here. We just do copy and paste, and then we name it as the copy one as BP enemy AI. And after that, we just need to open BP third person character over here. And below here, we need a key to apply the enemy itself. So in my case, I'll just use the Q button over here and type press over here. Alright, so although in my preview that I've shown just now, although I'm using the line trace by channel over here, but in this case, in this tutorial, I only just want to keep everything simple. And next is, the main thing is you need to apply damage to the enemy AI. So we just use this get actor of class over here, and then connect return value to damage actor, and then connect here to here. So in your own project, you don't have to use the get actor of class, or maybe yes or maybe no, depends on what kind of things that you want to do, like using line trace or get actor of class or anything else to apply damage to the enemy AI. It depends on you, but the most important thing is apply damage over here. As for the actor class over here, we just need to find the blueprint enemy AI here and compile it, and then be safe. As for the base damage, we just temporarily set it as 10. Okay, we can just leave it like this, or you can just close the this blueprint over here. But in my case, I just leave it over here just to because after that I might need to test the base damage over here. And next is open up the enemy AI over here. And below part is actually we can just delete all the nodes over here because we don't need it after all. Just right. I think we don't need this as well. Okay, never mind. We can just leave it over here. Actually, we don't need it after all. And next thing is we need the event. Okay, never mind. Damage. Yep, event any damage over here. And let me take a look. Okay, damage covers. This must be the third person character over there. And we need the reference for the third person character, so we need to create a variables over here and type third person characters, and we can just rename it as, okay, I just make it everything simple, so I just type player reference, then connect with here. So if the damage causes is the player, that means the player do damage to the AI if it's hit. And then, oh yeah, there's one more thing that I forgot to add. Two more variable is the current health and the max health. So let's say that, okay, here's the float, and okay, current health, we just need to duplicate it again, and then we just set it as max health. And after that, compile and save. As for the current health, we can just set it as, okay, I'll just make it as a big value like 1000. Okay, current health over here. Okay, get minus subtract and damage over here, and we need to connect here, over here, and we also need to test out that how many current health that the enemy AI has. So that means it's supposedly that since I set a value to 10, so it should be when the enemy AI receives damage, it should be its health will be minus by 10. So to make the test, okay, but we need to print string. Okay, there's one more thing that actually, if you want to set it this way, we can use the clamp so that, okay, here. Okay, the reason why I want to set a clamp over here is because that once the enemy AI health has reached to 0, I don't want the value like become like negative value. So once it's reached 0, and that's it. You won't change anything. And then as for the max health, we just set it over here. Make it compound. Oh, I forgot to connect this. Compound and save. And next thing is we need to drag the enemy AI over here. Okay, let's test it out and see whether we can do damage to the AI or not. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, good. Now you can see the values on the top left. Now we can do the damage to the enemy AI. Okay, let's say that if I check that, okay, once you reach the health, the current health has reached 0, and the value should be remain at 0, and there's no negative value. So let's test it out. Yep, the value is still stick with 0, and there's no negative value here. So we have already set up the apply damage for the enemy AI. So the next things we are going to do is to create the multiple life bar widgets for the enemy AI. So let me set this base damage back to 10 real quick. And next things we go to content drawer, and then right click, and let me see. Okay, user interface over here, and then choose widget blueprint, not the preview, and rename it as BP life, okay, bar widget, and open it up. Alright, let's set up the designer here real quick. So canvas over here, and we need the progress bar. Enlarge it and set the anchors to the middle up. Right, let's say the percent, let's see how it looks like. Okay, blue progress bar, and in this case we just go to the style over here and set the tin. Okay, we are doing that later. Just go to progress bar and rename it as life bar front. Should be this like that. I think this should be this position should be okay, and then duplicate it and then rename this one as back. As for the order, remember to set before front, so like this, and the percent over here is make it to 1. Colors, we can just temporarily just set it this way, and the position, the life bar back position must be exactly the same as the front over here. So we just need to check position X over here, copy it, and then paste. Here this too, and paste. All right. Okay, the next thing we need to do is, okay, since we couldn't see the life bar back over here, so we need to go to the style, select the life bar front, style, and then go to the background image under it. There's a tint over here, and then just set the alpha like 0.3. As you can see that we can see the life bar back over here. As for the life bar back, it's only just serve as the background of the life bar front. So remember, we need to set the alpha to a lower digit so that we can see the life bar back. And the next thing is we need the digit for the life bar to show that up. And let's see, we just need to set the anchor to the right up. As for the size of the font, you can just set. Oh, there's a bit too big. Okay, I just 30, 40. I think 40 should be fine. As for the text block, we can just temporarily just put it as any words that we want, or just leave it this way. That's also fine. But I just type X10. We are gonna change this digit anyway. So if you want to leave it like text blocks or do you want to change it, that's up to you. As for, we can rename it as text. Okay, life. Wait, okay, we just said text health. Compile and save. Oh, remember, set this is variable here and click it, because we also want all these two progress bar and the text block over here as a variable, as we're gonna need to use it. And since we're alright, we have done setting up the designer over here. Now next go to the graph so that we need to calculate the enemy's AI, its health, and to the life bar. So first thing first, we need to go to the function, create functions over here, and type GetLifebarRemaining. Also, we need the enemy AI, so we also need the reference over here. So just open it up. Create it. Enemy AI. Object reference. As for the name, we can rename it as enemy reference, ref. And then we can just drag over here. Okay, here is one thing that I also need to mention about it. Normally, when we want to, okay, let's do it this way. Normally, when we want to set all the health to the life bar over here, we will use this way. Using the current health and max health and then divide it together means like use current health and divided by max health, so that the life bar has the percentage itself, it will become 1. Why 1? Because that is the biggest digit over here, so like this. So if the full percentage is 1 and the lowest is 0, like this. But in this case, means we want to create multiple life bar, not just one, but many, like 10 or 20 or 30. We don't use max health anymore. So we just delete this, compound it, and then we just go back to the enemy AI over here, and then create another new variables. We just call this as health per bar, and set the variable type to float. Okay, here we go. And save, and back, health per bar. Oh yeah, just one more thing that I forgot to do is I forgot to set the digit over here, or else the current health divided by health per bar, it will be infinite. So that's not what we want to do it. So what's the value that we want to set it over here? Well, we just need to set 100 over here. But why 100? There's the reason that, let's say that since we are creating 10 health bar, so we have already set the current health over here is like 1000. So 1000 divided by 100, so it's 10. So that means the digit over here will becomes 10. So we are doing it this way, and type from over here, type return note. Okay, so after that, normally we just need to drag the divide from here to return note over here. But before that, there's one more thing that we need to set up is this one, using the cell, and then we just drag it to return note over here. As you can see that as for the cell, there's the variable over here is the integer. But why integer? Because we do not want the digit over here has the decimal place appeared. And the second reason why we want to use cell is because of this. As you can see that as for the cell part, okay, over here is that assume we have already set our current health is like 1000. So, and divided by the health per bar is, because we have already set the health per bar is 100, so equally the digit should be appear is like 10. But since we between 900 and 1000, it should be still within the range of 10 health bars. I mean 901 is 10, so it should be like, now, as long as we have still do not reach the 900, I mean the enemy do not reach 900, or else the digit will show like 10 over here. So the moment when it's reached 900, it will the decimal place will round up to the next integer, so which is 9. So if there's another example over here, and if there's 101 value and becomes 2, and and there's another note that is called truncate. We do not use truncate over here. We use the cell. It's because a truncate always like discarding the fractional part while leaving the whole number untouched, meaning like always removing the decimal value. So for examples, like, okay, we have 1000 health point over here and life bar is 10. Okay, that's understandable. But the moment if the enemy receive the damage, like 0.1 or 0.1 or 0.1, as long as it's not 1000, the digit will becomes 9, like 999.9999999, and the health bar the digit will show as 9. Okay, so the other example is, here's the 900 life bar, and the digits show as 9. If receive another damage like very small, or no matter how small the value it is, and like 899.9999999, and then the digit over here will show up as 8. It's supposedly it should be 9 instead. Right, so let's continue to do the next work. So let's press here and then create another new function. So we just need to type NextLifebarRemaining, and the reason for that is because we want to create and to check that how many life bar remaining. Like, let's say that we have 10 life bars, so we need to check whether we still have life bar like 9 life bar, 8 life bar, or 6, 3, or 2, or 1 until it has no life bar remaining. So we need to set the current life bar over here. And remember to set the GetLifebarRemaining to pure function over here. And next thing is we need to like -1, subtract -1, and then from here to return note. And connect with this. Okay, now we are done with this function. And the next functions we need to do is to check the percentage of the life bar itself. So over here, and we just name it as get current life bar percent over here. And next thing is we need to drag the enemy reference over here, get enemy reference over here, and then get current health over here. And the next we need to is the health per bar. And remember, we need to check the health itself, so we need the branch nodes over here. This, and whether is it bigger than 0 or not. And there's one more thing that we need to do is the relationship between the current health and the health per bar. And we need to check that whether the percent has already reached to 0 or not. So over here, and we need to use, okay, although we might think that we will use the divide, but we don't use divide, we use the percentage. Actually, we call it as modulo instead, and there's the name itself. Why do we need to use the okay, we use the modulo. Okay, let me connect this real quick over here. Okay, compile is save first. Okay, the reasons for that is because we want to make the value as like give the leftover value over after divisions. Like for example, if there's any value that has the use the remainders or not. For examples, like if I have 10 life bar, I mean current health. Okay, never mind. HP over here. Because modulus has the similar functions like divide, so that means divide the like let's say it's 3. So because it's 10 divided by 3, and let's say if 3 divided by 3 is 9 and 1, and here is the 1 values over here, the remainder over here. So that means for modulo, so they take 1 as the answers over here. And like, and here's another example is like if I have 1000 life bar, and let's say that okay, never mind, not 1000. How about like 950, and I have 100 health per bar. So that means divided by 900 over here, and the remainder is 50. So that means that 50 remains in the current health bar. So 50 divided by 100. So the percent of the health bar will be 0.5 over here. So this is how it works. So you can treat it as the modulo is like this system is used to determine how much HP remains in the current health bar segment. So it's just mainly to check the values the percent over here. Alright, so let's get back to it. And then so let's say that if the remainder is 0 or it's not a remainder 0 equals to 0. Let's say the percent is 0. So that means we need to end And we need to set, okay, let's drag the life bar front over here and set percent. Okay, so for example, like if I still have more life bar, the problem is the current life bar, the percent is already over here, has already reached to 0. So that means we want to get another new life bar over here. So that means the percent over here is 1. Or else if everything is already, okay, this time is divide over here. Okay, we just need to copy and paste with this one. Or else if we still have some life and the modulo is not 0, it still have within somewhere like 0 0.9, 0 0.7, or 0 0.2 or 0 0.5. It just stick to here over here. Alright, the last two functions that we need to update is the digits and the colors of the life bar itself. Since up until now we have only done with the life bar, the calculation, everything over here. So the next thing we need to do is to update this digit over here. So and the color of the life bar. So let's start with updating the digit over here. So just create a new function over here. We just set it as update life bar, let me think, text. We just use it as text. And remember, we just need to drag the current life bar percent over here and connect with it. And also we need to drag the text health over here. Oh. And set text, yep, over this one. And drag the get life bars remaining over here. And because since we want to show out how many life bar over here, and we also need the x value, x word over here, so that means we just need to do some modifications for the text itself. So all we need to do is need this note format text, and we just need to type x, this kind of brackets, and then let's say that I'll just use count instead. Okay, since you see that there's another brackets over here, so the count is actually for the give life bars remaining. And let's get back to get life bar remaining. Since the result will be showed up as the integers, so that means the count over here will show up as the integer over here. So we just connect with this one and connect with this. Remember that this count only just appear after you type something else within this bracket over here. And the last functions that we need to create is the updating the colors, since we already done with the text over here. So just press this and we just type it as update life bar color. Wait, here we go. And this this part is a bit long because since we want to update this two life bar, one is from the front and one is from the for the back. So let's say that okay, let's go to branch over here. Okay, assumes that if the enemy has only have one last life bar, so we want to make something a bit special. So okay, so we are just make 3 types of colors. One is for the white, gray, and these 2 colors will keep changing until the enemy has only one life bar, which is the only life bar that's special than the other. So we just set the 3rd color for the one last life bar. So all we need to do is let's start from get life bar remaining over here. And if there's only one life bar, okay, over here, And all we need to do is drag life bar front and then fill, okay, like color, and let's see that we just set, oh, not this one. I think we can just use this one instead. So let's say that if for the last life bar, I'll just set it as yellow. You can set any colors that you want. You just any colors that is totally different from the ordinary colors like white and gray. As for the life bar back, because we do not want it over here, like because since we already set the life bar front background to no color like alpha 0.3, so that means mostly like transparent. So that means we need to remove it from parents. So over here, remove from parents and then drag it over here. Okay, if there's we still have more life bar. The life bar is not 1, so put over here to create another new branch. We just say next life bar. Oops, remember we also need to set the next life bar remaining to pure function as well. Is equal to 1, and copy this fill color and opacity and copy another life bar back. Okay, so why do we need to do it this way? Is because that we want, okay, let's say that you still have 2 remaining life bars, and the background has to set for exactly the same color as the last life bar. So we need to set up this logic as well. Okay, assumes that if for the next life bar is not 1, we like, let's say you still have 5 life bar and the next is 4. So we also need to create another new branch over here. Connect, and then the get life bar remaining, copy and paste is equals to 0. Over here, okay, if there's no life bar anymore, we can just set it like 0.3, since we already set, and this white. Okay, never mind, I just set the value all to 1 except the alpha. 0.3. Okay, like this. If there's no more life bar no more life bar, and then the life bar front is color is transparent, like there's no color over there. Or else the last logic over here, connect, and then we just need to set next life bar over here using modulo again by 2, oh, not 12, 2, and then connect with this branch. And the next thing is, okay, so in this part is just to show that we need to set the color that I mentioned just now, not the special color, is the normal colors that not for the enemy AI, like the white and gray. So we need to do is copy this front and the back. Oh, not this one. Okay, you have to check again that it's front and back over here, and copied it again. Put it this way. And as for the front, we just need to set it any kinds of colors. Okay, since I want to set it as white, and this, oh, I forgot to do that. White. Okay, never mind. We just need to do this, but we still need to keep these two. Back is back, and this color we will just set it as gray. Wait, set everything to 1, and put it this way. Copy and paste and connect with it. Okay, so that means in this case, if it is modulo by 2, means divided by 2, or you want to put it that way. So is everything started from white over here, and then the next color will be gray, or else it will be gray or white like that. It's like a loop until it has reached to have one life bar remaining. So let's connect everything over here, 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 and here. Alright. So you can just temporarily just compile and save here. Can just stop here and then take a look of this if you want to, or you can pause the video here just for a while, because this logic over here for updating the color is really long. Okay, if you are done, then we can just go back to enemy. Okay, let me save everything real quick. And the next things we need to do is go to enemy AI over here, or all we need to do is to go to the show up the life bar widget, and then let's start from begin, play, and create widget over here. Oh yeah, before that I forgot about one thing. We need to go to event graph. As for event go to event construct is more like a begin play for the widget blueprint. So all we need to do is to drag all the update function, everything that has with the name of update functions, and then connect with each other, or else the life bar won't update. Okay, I think this should be done, and then back to enemy AI over here. All we need to do is life bar widget. And let's see, because it's within enemy AI, so I would recommend we need to create another variable for this widget. Okay, never mind. I think the name is a bit weird, but never mind. We'll just put it this way. And new variable, rename it as life bar widget reference. Compile and save, and then add it to viewport. Okay, just let me check this whether the widget has already appeared when play. Wait, it's appear over there. Okay, there's something's wrong with over here. Let's see why. Okay, the reason why we have the arrows over here, as you can see, is that the life bar color is red. Originally, it should be start from white instead of red, and there's a digit over there is already updated, and it's not 0. And if we exit from play, and then there's bunch of errors over here. The reason for that is because the widget, the life bar widget, couldn't recognize what this widget is for. Is for whom, or is for the player or for the enemy. So all we need to do is we need to set the instant editable over here, as well as the expose on spawn over here. So I apologize for not realizing this this mistake. So let's see this, and then we just need to refresh it. Okay, so you can see that who is this enemy reference. So this widget is for this enemy AI, which is enemy reference here. So all we need to drag here is self, and let's play the compile and save, and let's check in. As you can see, the digit and the color of the life bar has already updated. So it starts from white, and then we have 10 life bars in total. And here's one last thing that we also need to do is, let's say that you want to apply damage to the AI or the enemies. If I press Q, as you can see that the value is updating, like the current health, but the life bar isn't, and as well as the digit over there. This is because that we did not set anything else over here after the current health. So all we need to do is we need to drag the life bar widget reference over here, and then we need to check that whether is it valid or not. It means that if the widget is still over there, and then we just is valid. If it's valid, so that means we need to update everything, which is these two LifebarColour and the LifebarText. So as for the order, you can just do just arrange it as any order as you like. Okay, life bar. Okay, no need to do that. Update color, you can just set color first and then after that text, or text and to colors. So any orders that you want in, that's up to you. Actually the result is still the same. Okay, so compile and save and play. Okay, let's test it out. Q. Okay, as you can see is that we are actually applying damage to the AI. As you can see is that the background of the life bar is gray, and the moment that it's reached to 9, okay, since you already saw it that the current enemy's life current health is 910, so the moment when it reached to 900, as you can see is that the digit has changed to multiple by 9 or x9. So if I and the life color of the life bar is gray. If I give apply damage to the enemy again, as we can see is that the background of the the color background of the light bar is white. So let's say that, okay, so the two colors are already, okay, since it's 800 current health and multiple by 8, so that means we have 8 light bars in total. Okay, so there's one more thing that we want to check is that what if there's, okay, as I mentioned that there are 3 colors in total, because the last light bar is special, so that means it should have appeared to yellow. So let's apply damage real quick. Okay, there's white, gray, what? Okay, now you can see that now the enemy has 2 life bars now, and then you can see that the background of the color is yellow. So that means that the next life bar is the last life bar. So let's say it's X1. Now you can see that the life bar is yellow. It's not white and gray anymore. And at this case, the background should be transparent. So if we do this, apply damage. Now, as you can see that the background of the life bar is transparent over here. So if I apply damage to the enemy, and then when the life bar is 0, that means there's no life bar. It shouldn't have any life bar. You won't see the colors over there. Okay, as you can see that the value has already reached 0, the current health on the top left. If I apply more damage to the enemy, the life bar won't update anything else. Okay, now we are done. Now we have done creating the multiple life bar system, and all the stuff should work fine, like this. Okay, let's test again. Yup, everything works fine. All you need to be aware of is the small settings that easily get neglected, and all the calculation which is within this widget blueprints, especially like this part, as you can see, is using the cell. Always remember using the cells, not the truncate, and is using the current health divided by health per bar, not the max health. And also the modulo part, as see, you're using the modulo over here, not the divide, as well as the UpdateLifbarColour, and then is divided by 2 is modulo 2. And the last thing is just like what we just saw or experienced. As for the enemy reference over here, within the widget over here, remember to set it to instant editable over here, as well as the expose on spawn. Or else the widget over here, like within the enemy AI, this create widget node, it won't recognize this widget is for whom to use. So I think that's pretty much of it, and thank you for watching.